Welcome to episode 9. In this episode, I'm going to work on two things. Getting the basement, this corner of the basement, cleaned up a little bit. I want the wall to look good, and I'm going to add storage. The second thing I'm going to work on is going to be the second trading hall. We've got a lot to do this episode, so let's start off by taking this wall down just a little further. I want enough room in front of the wall so that I can put the storage in and still walk around easily. We've gotten this far. Let's keep on going. Now I'm just adding a shelf. This is where all the storage chests are going to be. And I'm not doing too much to the wall because the wall is basically going to be covered by storage. You're not going to see too much of the wall. I do need to add some pillars. It'll kind of break the wall up a little bit. And some lanterns. Let's get that done. Alright, I've got most of the pillars in place. I do want to add a few more lanterns. I don't want any mobs showing up down here. So if I put a few all over the place, I don't have to worry about it. They're also a good decoration. Got all the lanterns up. How's it looking so far? Looking good? I like it. I'm just adding these to be more decorative. There. Now I've just got to add the storage chest in there. It took a lot of wood to make all the chests. I knew it would. That's why I've been farming jungle wood. I'm only going to make them 4 high to make it easier to pull things out of chest. These 2 small sections I'm going to save for special items. Diamonds, emeralds, you know. And this is another section that's going to be used for general items. Wood, stone, whatever I need to store away. One more section to go. And that is it. So you can still reach from the bottom, no problem. How's it look? And in order to keep everything neat and tidy, I'm going to put item frames on all the chests. If I go ahead and do it now, I won't have to worry about searching for the materials for it. And I've already got the leather, so it's no big deal. Now when I put things up, I just have to put one on the item frame and the rest in the chest. Don't have to search for anything because you can even see it from a distance. How does that look? I guess it's time to start considering the nether. In order to go to the nether, I'm going to need obsidian. And instead of going down in the mine shafts and trying to find a lava pool, I think I'm just going to make obsidian here. I'm not going to do it all at once. I'm just going to get a little bit at a time. But I'd like a stack of 64. That way, if I get lost in the nether, I can make another portal and get back pretty easily. I will have to keep in mind to go 1,000 blocks so it doesn't mess up this portal. But we'll kind of have to see how the nether goes. Also, I can use it for nether traveling. That's better. Now that we've got the lava farm done, I think we can take this sign down. I don't have any ideas right now, so I'm going to leave it blank. But the next thing we need to work on is the trading hall. I've got to take down this bamboo here. No big deal. I've got more somewhere else. I also need to go ahead and take down the dark oak. Now that we've got that done, let's go ahead and put the floor down and go ahead and start on the back wall. I forgot how tall the building was on the other side, and I kind of want to match the design of the building. I'm just going to change the bricks or the building supplies. I wanted to make sure that I have plenty of room on the inside of this build. I'm going to have a little trouble over in this section. I'm not quite sure how I want it to look. I also went ahead and connected the farm, or the walkway, to the build. That way it's an easy walk across, no jumping or falling. But this section, yeah, this section's going to be the tough section. That's okay. A challenge in a build kind of makes it fun. But I'm just still trying to decide what I want to do here. I did want a large window, but I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with a large window. I'll find out later. It'll look a little shabby at first, but that's okay. I've got a silk touch pickaxe. I can always break the glass and reuse it. I was nervous about the bottom because I was worried I might work on it at night and mini zombies would come running around. I didn't want that. I've got a nice village happening here. For some reason the wandering trader was bringing his llamas all over the place all the time. He liked it up there. Here, I'm just framing it out. Getting it ready for the windows and the doors and all those types of things. I went ahead and put this brick in place. It kind of drove me a little nuts. There. I've had more visitors since I put this door in than when I didn't have a door at all. But it works. Next up, we got to put the stairs in. Let's see how that looks. I wasn't sure about the brick compared to the deep slate brick, but I think I like it. It works well together. Time to work on the walls. This is where I'm going to keep my storage for this building. And I wanted a little bit of a design back there, just to see how it looks behind the storage. This is what I've got so far. And here's the storage in place. You know, looking at this, I'm not sure that I like the fences up there. Let's go ahead and take them down. I'm trying to decide if I want something above the chest or if I want to leave it blank. I think I'm going to leave it blank for now. There we go. Now, during the day, it looks a lot better. Still not sure if I want something above, but we're going to leave it this way for now. Are you having fun up there, dude? Now that we've got the sides up, we need to add the glass in place. I think I'm only going to make them 2 high instead of 3 high. We're going to see how that looks compared to the other building. Still have some decorations to do, but I'm running into one major problem. I'm running out of deep slate. So it is time to build a mine. I like the drop style mine. Maybe later, if I have enough time, I'll build a staircase mine. Then I can do a mine cart. I like the mine carts, but they're really only good to ride in. But I do enjoy them. I plan to use the mine carts in the future because I do enjoy the mine carts. But for now, this will do. I did find a cave. When I went to the end of this cave, or what I thought was the end at first, I discovered it looked just a little odd. So I went ahead and cut it out. And I did actually find that the cave extends on. The problem is, I want to get my mine shaft done. I'll come back to this later and explore a little bit more. I actually was hoping to find a lot more caves on my way down. This seemed pretty solid all the way down. Alright. Next up, bedrock. Here's the bottom. Still didn't find any more caves. I'm going to dig it out a little bit, create a little room. Of course, I'm going to put the ladder down and the water. I spent just a few minutes digging out a small room so that I could come down here and mine all of the deep slate I need. Put the wall up. That's going to go all the way to the top. Go ahead and put a torch in place. And on my way up, I remembered that I had closed off that cave. I also had tested it a couple of times doing the drop and discovered that there's some edges here that I could die on. So I decided to go ahead and close it up. I also decided to go ahead and open it up so that I could get to this cave later. Now that that's done, let's test out the drop. This is the ladder side. As you can see, I might put a bubble column up one day. And this is the drop side. Are you ready? Let's go. Oh yeah. Didn't hit any ledges. Now just gotta clear this room out. This took a little while, but in doing so, I got plenty of deep slate. Or at least I thought it was plenty. And sadly, throughout my whole search, I didn't find a single diamond. Not one single diamond in this area. Oh well. That's the reason why I prefer caving over mining. I find more diamonds caving than I ever do mining. Back to the build. Let's get our copper roof on. And some decorations right about here. And here's how it's turning out so far. Looks good so far. With the llamas. I keep trying to use the scaffolding, but I think it's starting to get in the way. I did add some stone brick for the border. I like it. It's going to be a nice ceiling and floor. Even the farmers or villagers are trying to come in and check it out. They love it so far. Now that I've got the ceiling done, and the villagers are loving it, they keep visiting me. It's time to move on to the lighting. While I was putting the lighting up, I decided that I didn't really care for how the big window was set up, so I decided to change it. Eventually I want some sort of little scene outside the window, that way I can look at it and just admire it. But we'll get to that a little later. Little more lighting. And we're done. Or at least for the first floor. No, wait. Whoa. I wasn't prepared for this. Y'all can just leave. Nobody needs you to. You know what? I think it's time to go to bed. I remembered that I needed to make a way upstairs. So, I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to make it a ladder. And I did discover that if you put a crafting table at the bottom of the ladder, it keeps the villagers from getting stuck on the ladder. If you put the ladder like this, it makes it easy for you to get down the ladder. I guess we better get started. This is the main building, and we kind of want to match it. I think we've succeeded. I didn't realize how much I was going to enjoy bamboo. I do have to fix it so that the zombies don't get in, but listen to this. This is so great. I don't know why I like the sound. I just hope it doesn't drive me nuts in the future. I can always change it then though. I spent a little time closing up the walls so it would be safe. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with this wall. I think I used all my creative juices. So, I spent the time closing windows up and making sure that I got the lighting done, closing off a few of these little holes, and then I started to wax. Did you know that if you hold the right click button down while walking, it'll wax every copper block you go across? And if you re-wax them, it won't use more wax. It'll only use the wax for the ones that aren't waxed. I got the frame done. Next I gotta get the floor done. I got the floor done. Looks like a target, but I guess I should come up with a different design. We're getting close. We're almost done. I discovered if I use the water fountain, I can really look at this building. I forgot about the balcony. And if I'm going to add the balcony, why not go ahead and add a bridge across? I also changed the blocks so that they're half blocks instead of full blocks. Would you like to take a tour? It still goes out to the back. I'll clean that up later. And now I can go straight across from one building to the other. Eventually, I'm going to do something with that area. And after a little bit of work, the top turned out beautifully. I love that Tuff has a few extra decorative blocks. I kind of wish they would add a few extra decorative blocks to the stone blocks. I get up on my waterfall, my water fountain, and it's like I've got a pan. It's an up and down pan, but it works out very nicely. I also like the way the jungle, tree, and the moon were in the background. It was beautiful. Alright, I need some coal. So, I've got all this coal that I've been saving. Let's go ahead and turn it into coal that I can actually use. I've got to start trading with these villagers, and they love coal. They also love iron, and I don't have much of that. Eventually I'll go get some. I'm almost to the clouds, or the top of my water fountain. Isn't that crazy? Now when I was talking about these guys, I was talking about the toolsmith, weaponsmith, and armorsmith. These guys use a lot of coal. And since I've got a lava farm now, I don't have to worry about the fuel. Pause for a sunrise. My hope is to get them up to full diamond everything. That way I won't have to search for diamonds. I probably will anyway, but I won't have to. I forgot to wax my bridge and balconies. And I also wanted to show you that when you're waxing, you don't have to just go sideways. You can also go forward. And it'll automatically wax everything in front of you. I'm filling in the holes, getting it cleaned up a little bit. But I think we're at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. A like and subscribe would really help me out. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Hopefully sooner than that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.